through, this is exactly what the people wants to come out for. You're going to see a small advantage for the side of BTK, having that jungle pressure for Alpha, and the grand finals ticket up on the board. It is HyperX Arena for Las Vegas, May 12th. Mark that on your calendar. Use the registration link and come out and say hi to all the casters and talents.
That's right. We definitely look forward to seeing you guys there, as we are seeing a couple of emblems on the board, a couple of Brave Smites for the side of GG. The Quantum Charge over there for Zia, trying to make the most out of the mobility on this Roger. We got to see him get that Savage earlier against BTK, so definitely something that they're going to have to watch out for.
Now, we talked about the Uranus match. I want to put this out there in the very front. I don't know if GG has the ability to deal with the Uranus when it comes down to the late game. Traditionally, we have heroes like Lunox, Carry, DHS Claude, or DHS users out there. But this time around, we have a Rajan. And in our previous matches, we've seen Zia kind of go for something like an endless battle BOD build. So without DHS pressure on the side of Gaming Gladiators, I don't know if they have what it takes to get the Uranus here.
Speaking of pressure, Black Dragon from Fried Chicken trying to zone out BTK from entering the Turtle Pit, and it looks like that will go to Gaming Gladiators with little to no contest. Milo doing a good job, though, applying that pressure on this Uranus. One of the heroes that is almost unkillable, somebody you don't see too often. You know, I think the X factor in today's game is how will Milo perform on this unorthodox pick?
That's a everyday thing. We want to see how Milo performs in every single match. He's been such a staple in BTK's lineup. You know, he's created a lot of attention, but honestly, it's well deserved. This man has put himself in the spotlight and has performed continually at an extremely high level. So definitely props to this man here. The opening for both of these teams are quite standard, right? The utility jungle able to get the objectives quite good, but this time around, Alpha does not have an Angela. Does the sustain coming out from the Minotaur and the Bloodless Axe able to hold up against damage that the Gaming Gladiator and the CC that Gaming Gladiator has? Ruby and Louis, those are two hard people to, you know, run up against, and I think BTK is going to have some trouble with that. But BTK definitely has a lot more split push available. They have a carry that is much better for late game. If they're able to push this out, Basic may be able to carry them, but if it's going to be an early game end, it has to be Moba Zane putting the impact early on.
Yeah, definitely going to have to watch out for that impact. And also, on this Lu Yi pick from Hoon, right? The diversion plays is definitely something that BTK is going to have to try and anticipate. Got to expect the unexpected when you have a Lu Yi on the opposite side of the table. Right now, though, I think another thing to kind of keep an eye on is Basic. He was forced to run this carry. They limited a lot of his marksman potentials. With the carry, he is running that Purify, which is great for the crowd control, but there's a lot of CC for the side of Gaming Gladiators. So I think their goal is to try and overpressure him, force out that Purify, and to get an easy set. So I think Basic's positioning is going to be pivotal to him being able to provide that late game damage that BTK is going to thrive on. And right now, you are seeing GG putting that focus in the jungle. They're able to claim the first turtle, but this time around, BTK looking to contest. Milo taking a little bit of damage.
Yep, and that is just going to be how the story goes for Milo here. He's just going to be botting as many members as GG is able to offer until they grab that anti-heal to be able to stop him. But Milo should have quite a great time, especially in the early on. Now, Moba Zane, Black Dragon does come through, does get resetted here. The side of GG has so much members.
Ooh, Chicken versus Zane, though. Doing a lot of damage. Hoon will find Nicolette. First blood for the side of Gaming Gladiators. A Mage taking down a Mage. Zane very low. Looks like GG will be able to overall win that trade and take this turtle.
Yeah, I think it's just due to the amount of CC in the front line that side of GG has, right? The Alpha can't really trade that well against something like a Yu Zhong where he has the Petrify. Can't really face the Ruby brute force, especially without an Angela. And also the Louis is giving him just a little bit more trouble. So the side of Gaming Gladiators, they definitely have a lot of front line that just zones away Moba Zane quite easily. But on the other hand, you talked about how Basic's position is quite important in this match. I also want to say that BTK doesn't have the best front line sets for the carry to perform at a very high level. Yes, they have the Minon's Fury, but that's on an awfully long cooldown. And besides Minon's Fury, there's not much going for the side of BTK to be able to stop the dives that Gaming Gladiators have. So that may be a problem that Basic kind of has to deal with here. But early game, 6 minutes in, it's very neutral for both of these teams. I think they're both willing to go with the long run here.
Yeah, on the bot side, you are looking at Milo trying to cut that lane, but a good read from Fried Chicken, not allowing him to proxy it. Right now, though, GG with the slightest advantage, now 1,600 gold ahead of BTK, and we know you even blink or look in the wrong direction,
oh, it's
and one
coming.
of these teams will close out this game with an early finish. Whoa, I'm offended. I'm personally offended with how that did not connect. But you are going to go ahead and see a little bit of utility wasted from the side of GG, but they still are able to find the advantage and take the turret for the top side.
There's some blind sets coming through, some high IQ plays paired up with the teleportation. Mobazane here might get CC'd.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and use the alpha charge to go back to safety, though. We'll kind of use his ultimate, though. On the bot side, though, we are looking at Milo putting down that pressure up against Yuzong. You did mention it may have worked out better in their favor if they would have went for an XP laner with a little bit more of that set potential. Time will tell. I'm kind of wondering how the Uranus will kind of play into this. We said this is the X factor. There goes the diversion, though. Where are they going? Straight to the turtle.
Wow.
Gonna go ahead and break Milo's ankles right there. And again, another turtle into the hands of Gaming Gladiators. And a possible kill. Milo need to get out of there, able to sustain himself. But the objective goes to GG.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely abusing the divergent coming out from the Louis. Hoon has been on top of this pick. Pretty much every single divergent has created some sort of impact. He diverted up top, you know, messed around with a little bit, got that tower, and then diverted into the turtle. So they were able to move around across the map, and you can look at the gold. It's showing significantly, right? The Roger has done so much better compared to the carry early on. Yes, the jungler is still pretty much caught even, but Mobazane actually in the backside just hiding here.
Yeah, you are going to look at the focus now on the bot side for GG, trying to take the opportunity. They have the numbers. They're able to take the top turret, and now the bottom one is in play. Zia will be able to claim it. GG now pushing through onto BTK, looking for some kills. Mobazane need to get out of there, but look at BTK in position to take this fight. Best player will find Mobazane, though. And win that trade. We're not seeing BTK get any trade-offs from these engagements so far.
Yeah, I just don't think this... There's just a lack of CC and a lack of hyper ability, right? They were able to hyper the alpha quite well in the game 2 to get their victory, especially with the Angela, but this time around without an Angela, doesn't feel like the alpha is giving that much power, especially how slow the Mino is, right? Things like Florin, Estes may be better options here, but yes, BTK is still lacking a lot of CC department.
Yeah, speaking of crowd control, Fried Chicken able to find Cobra, not able to get out to safety. Nicolette will fall as well. Zia with the Lycan Pounce will take him down. 4 kills unanswered for Gaming Gladiators, and the tier 2 on the bot side will fall.
Yeah, it just feels like GG's draft here is just much better than what BTK can handle in this situation. The Louis Ruby zones out pretty much anyone. The Roger early game already having 1, 0, and 3. Higher impact, way higher than basic, right? The Roger has 4 out of 4 kill participation. He's involved in every single one of these team fights. Again, BTK, especially with the lack of CC that they have in their draft, it's very hard to involve an early game carry with something like that. Versus on the other hand, if they didn't pick up the Minnow, they were able to get something like the Kaja or a Terizla or a Kai, right? They can set up fights near the carry and able to pin things for the carry to have the free hit available. But no, this time around, BTK opted to go for a little bit more damage, a little bit more matchup in favor. Yes, Uranus, very, very hard to deal with, but maybe with the new anti-heal items, it might just not be that much of an issue.
Well, if they can survive to the late game, I think that's where Milo can profit. But Hoon, planning on finishing this early, will shut down Milo in the mid lane. Look at the diversion play. We'll be able to take the turret in the mid lane, and now the conceal. I'm offended for the double set. Leads to the double kill. Zia once got the Savage. Now looking to get another one. 2 kills on the board for him right there. GG, 7-0 overall.
Yeah, it's a little bit one-sided at this point. It's an 8K gold lead 10 minutes in, one of the biggest leads that GG has had this early on.
Whoa!
And they're just going for it.
Yeah, they're going in for the kill, for the finish. In the heart of chaos, they found unity. In the face of despair, they found courage. And in the end, they found victory.